Tiger Woods headlines an elite field in Charlotte, North Carolina. 28 of the top 30 in the world are here, and the competition will be fierce. The Wachovia Championship is next. The PGA Tour is proud to bring you the race for the 2007 FedEx Cup. Now, here's the 2007 Wachovia Championship.
Welcome to esteemed Quail Hollow Club. Even though it's only 5 years old, this event is one of the most revered on the PGA Tour schedule. According to the world's best golfers, it should serve as the model for tournaments across the land. From the venue to the treatment of players and fans alike, the Wachovia Championship is deemed a top-notch operation. It has drawn 27 of the world's top 30 golfers, spearheaded by number 1, Tiger Woods. Even par on his round. 1 bogey and 1 birdie.
And that is way left with a 3-wood.
That is the voice of Kurt Byram, who'll be following Tiger Woods today. Just a moment ago, this was Tiger for birdie at 7.
After a beautiful wedge shot.
That would help him get to red numbers. 1 under par. Tiger Woods appearing for the first time since tying for second at the Masters. Our Titleist leaderboard has Padraig Harrington at the top. 6 birdies and no bogeys on his round. The last time he played a round of golf at Quail Hollow in '05, he shot an 80, a stark contrast. Jason Bohn played alongside, posting a round of 67. Trevor Immelman lost in a playoff last year to Jim Furyk. He has returned with a vengeance. Jerry Kelly, running on the strength of 4 consecutive top 10s, shoots a round of 69, continues the momentum. Brett Quigley back for the first time since the birth of his daughter Lillian Sage Augusta. Remember that story from Masters Week, playing for the very first time at Augusta National.
And back down to Tiger Woods, who's now on the 8th green after hitting a great approach shot.
About 15 feet here, slightly downhill.
Bingo, 2 under.
Back to 7.
And Mickelson to get back to even par. Mission accomplished. So birdie for Phil at the par 5 7th.
To the 8th.
And Ernie Els sand wedge, second.
Well played, 3-wood off the tee, just 64 yards. Hole cut just over the second ridge. Fantastically done there by Ernie.
About 5 feet for birdie. Looking for back-to-back birdies to get back to even. And a moment ago in the group in front, Stewart Cink for birdie. Leading putter on the tour a few years back.
And this is John Rollins at the 18th, his 3rd shot.
And he's had a very strong 2007 season. And a beautiful pitch at the long par 4 18th.
His first birdie of the day, and he is just making the turn. Last week it was a home game for Rollins.
Back to 8 with Phil Mickelson.
The little hisser by Phil Mickelson. He's got such great impact dynamics on that shot. Just a pitch shot. It's a shot that the great players practice so much, and the average player never practices. So Phil in tight for birdie. Here's Ernie for his birdie.
Well, this gets back to even par. 2 birdies in a row. About 4 feet, right back up the hill.
Got his momentum back. I think of that second shot he played at Harbor Town and all that crosswind final hole. That was a brilliant approach. Here's Mickelson. They're making it look easy. Birdies for Mickelson and Els at the par 4 8th, and Phil gets into red figures at -1. Harrington, 66 today, alone atop.
Perks in the fairway at 11.
After winning the TPC, we haven't heard much of Craig, but that'll bring it back. In fact, in the last 3 years, he's only made 7 cuts in his last 49 events. Tonight,
Charles Howell III for a birdie.
Played a beautiful second shot in here from 220 yards, just about 8 feet.
And he needed something good to happen. It was a very poor start. 4 over par for 8 holes. Just to break 40. Great birdie there at the long par 4.
Back to Perks at 11 for his tap in. Carding his second birdie on the back 9.
to 14.
Vijay Singh for birdie.
After being disappointed with the pitch shot coming up short, nicely done.
He's within 1. He has such great chemistry with this golf course. 3 top 10s at Quail Hollow.
On the tee at 13 is Phil Mickelson.
Breeze from left to right.
There's a beauty. That's one of the best of the day. And below the hole to boot. To 16.
To see if Heath Slocum can connect on this birdie. After a brilliant shot, he's able to do it. 3 consecutive birdies on the card for Heath Slocum.
Let's go to 14.
Second shot of Stephen Ames.
Coming out of the rough, not a problem, because so much green to work with, so much length of the green. And playing it nicely, getting the control of the spin, spinning it right to left with the slope, and a tap in for a birdie for Ames.
After a birdie on 13, here's Phil Mickelson at 14 with another birdie try.
Lovely rhythm to that stroke, great strike. And right in the middle.
Ernie Els for birdie.
He would love to make birdie because things have not been going all that smoothly for Ernie, but that was good. Especially with 17 and 18 to come. Nice to get under par.
And let's go to the 18th, Zach Johnson. This is for birdie.
He cups that left wrist and then keeps it pretty solid throughout the stroke.
He has a game plan. He sticks to it. And he is effective.
After round 1, Padraig Harrington is in the lead by 1 after a bogey-free 6 under 66. Tied at 5 under are Vijay Singh and Jason Bohn. 4 are tied for 4th. And with an eagle at 15, Jerry Kelly is 3 under. There are 13 players within 3 of the leader heading into round 2.
We'll take a look at some of the highlights that unfolded earlier today, courtesy of these players. Here is Tiger, who started on the 10th, went out in 33. And here's his second shot at number 4 from 157 yards, like a laser. That one would cozy up to about 4 feet, 4 inches from the hole, and had that left for his 4th birdie of the day. Tiger vying for his 9th win in his last 12 PGA Tour starts. Now, this is the 3rd shot at number 7 for the world number 1 after some trouble off the tee. Had to punch to this point, par 5 from 145 yards, just dialed in. That one to 3 feet. He's only missed 1 putt inside of 5 feet all week long. This for birdie to get to 7 under par. Tiger Woods has come to play, never winning this championship. Only a few starts here, but it's one he'd like to add to his list. He was 5 under on the par 5s with a round of 68. He would bogey his last hole to finish at -6. This is Vijay Singh, a par-saving effort at the 5th. Vijay started on the 10th, had only 1 par on his outward 9. 3 birdies and 5 bogeys for the rest of that stretch. And here's Mickelson playing this morning, his 3rd at number 7. He began the day at -2. He shoots 71, only hitting 9 greens in regulation. Lefty is at -3. So many world-class names near the top of this leaderboard, if not at the very top. Tiger Woods, Vijay Singh, and Jason Bohn joining the fray, part of the afternoon wave. Jason Bohn has 4 career top 10s on the PGA Tour. 2 of them have come in the state of North Carolina, in Greensboro. Trevor Immelman has been battling illness for the better part of a month. A viral parasite infected him at Augusta. He has lost 22 pounds in the course of 3 weeks, but he's back to play. Didn't touch a club until last Wednesday, making a statement.
Now we'll pick up the action at 7 with Jason Bohn.
And this for Eagle to take the lead by 2. And it was well read. He pulled it. You could see the ball start left off the face.
One thing about Jason Bohn, when he gets rolling, we saw him on the Canadian Tour, the Nationwide Tour, and then out here where he's won. He's not afraid to go low when he gets it going.
Exactly. He's got that personality too, where a lot of players get fearful when they make a lot of birdies. Not Jason. And at the 8th, here's Rory Sabatini. His second shot to the shortest par 4 on the course, Quail Hollow. This just a moment ago. And Sabatini with that short birdie bid to join the group at 6 under par. And here's the low North Carolinian, Carl Peterson. Lives now in Raleigh, North Carolina, at NC State. The Swede bumping it up. Been playing some good golf lately. It's the time of the year that he seems to get it going. Won Memorial last year. 8th place finish at Hilton Head, and played well last week in Dallas. And back to the 10th.
Padraig Harrington, albeit from long range, this is for an eagle.
Really difficult.
Hardly touched that one, did he?
Augusta-like conditions, Kurt.
That is unbelievable how quick that putt was.
And Rory Sabatini now. Great example of you don't have to have great swing style to be a great player. To 10.
And Padraig Harrington, this is for birdie.
Still has to be careful.
He likes to be firm on some of those short putts, but didn't have the option there.
And at 8, Carl Peterson now for his birdie to go to 6 under. You bet. That's where he says his game has really improved, about 8 feet and in.
Jason Bohn on the green at 10 after a 110-yard approach. Now has a 16-foot birdie try.
way out to the right. Hold that line, hold that line. He knew it. A couple of feet to go. Great putt.
Perhaps the heart rate was up there, but it certainly didn't show. As Jason Bohn once again reclaims the lead at -7. Back to the fourth.
And Retief Goosen for birdie. There's something good going for the Goose. Gets into +3 and 1 off the cut line at the moment, which remains at +2. And, well, the possibility exists for the cut to go to +3.
That was from 170 to the hole, and it is a very, very good looking shot.
Oh, just a scrappy round for Harrington. We'll head to the 16th, and that's where you'll find Steve Stricker, his third shot at 4 under par.
And he is wide of the target, well left, playing this chip very well indeed. Exactly hole high, but well left and lots of slope.
And back to 12, Padraig Harrington for what looks to be an easy birdie, and he joins the group at -6. He has scratched and clawed his way back to even par. An eclectic day for the Irishman. We'll go to 16, get back with Steve Stricker. This is for par to remain 3 shots back of the lead.
And a revival in Steve Stricker's game. Good chip and a putt for the par. It's a battle through this closing stretch. 16, 17, 18. 17 with the water not so much in play today.
Back to the 13th green, where Padraig Harrington has a 15-foot putt to card his 4th birdie in a row.
There you go, 4 in a row and a new leader. Only 2 pars for Harrington on the scorecard through 13 holes. A roller coaster ride.
Ted Purdy is in the fairway at 8 with his second shot.
Play this little low spinner. And that's pretty well done. About 3 feet remaining for Purdy, which would bring him back to 6 under par and 1 off the lead.
Purdy goes up and marks his ball as his playing partner is in the bunker.
There's Retief. Hello. And the cut is wavering between 2 and 3 over. And with that, he moves to +2 and deserves a second look. Retief Goosen from the bunker at 8. Nothing but net.
Bobby, it's all about the name these days, isn't it? Goose, cool name. Boo, Luke.
Yeah, you hear it everywhere. Yeah. The Goose strikes at number 8. I think his pulse rate probably went up at least 2 on that one, Kelly.
Yeah, we had Jason Bohn at what, 158 on the heart rate monitor years ago. I think Retief might get to 58.
Yeah. Ted Purdy, just a commercial birdie, tap in, gets him to -6.
Aaron Oberholzer for birdie at 9.
And not many players inside this second shot. at the nasty 9th hole, converting it beautifully done, 490 yards. He makes a 3.
He's had some success here before, suffering a playoff loss to Joey Sindelar, who we saw a little earlier. Both men playing well this week.
Round 2 wraps up with a 3-way tie for the lead at 6 under between Tiger Woods, Vijay Singh, and Aaron Oberholzer. But Ted Purdy and Jason Bohn are right on their heels at 5 under. Ken Duke and Rod Pampling each carded an eagle today, but it was an unfortunate last few holes for Padraig Harrington. He goes on to bogey the 17th and triple bogey the 18th.
Well, it's overcast here at Quail Hollow Club, but the conditions are ideal. You can see very still conditions right now, and well, we have a field that is certainly one of the best of the year, and we mentioned all the top 10 players in the world were here at the start. 8 of the 10 made the cut. Only Jim Furyk and Luke Donald out of the top 10 in the world failing to make it to the weekend.
So let's see how some of the leaders started their day. Rory Sabatini had a great start to his round today. Here's his second shot at the first hole. Rolls back, and in the cup for an eagle. Next, here's Tiger Woods, same hole. Second shot from the fairway. And Woods taps that in for a very easy birdie on the first hole. Sabatini again at the 5th with a great chip shot. And he'll make that for birdie, going 4 under through his first 5 holes. Then Aaron Oberholzer's second shot at the par 4 third hole. Sits on the lip, then falls in for an eagle. So Aaron Oberholzer holds the lead at 8 under. There's a 3-way tie right behind him at 7 under. We still have plenty of golf left today, with Tiger Woods and Vijay Singh playing together in the final group. Now, out to the 5th.
Phil Mickelson just from the furry rough there. Well, we saw him chip in a couple of times last week at Las Colinas in Dallas, and we've seen him many, many times before. Something that Phil does better than most.
Jason Bohn, that's for his birdie. Oh, heck with Tiger and Vijay. We're going to do our own little show right here. Let's go back to 5.
Eagle putt for Tiger now, up over the ridge. He's had a good chance to see the speed of the putt, having watched Vijay's. Always good with his speed.
In the hole! In the hole! Come on, ball! Woo!
Excellent lag putt there. Good solid start for Tiger. Brilliant birdie at the first. Playing in just his 6th tournament of the season, but he always prepares well. Always spends a good week, hard, solid week preparing before he comes out after a break. Let's go to 8.
Sabatini can pull even. Ties the lead with that one. Pulls even with Oberholzer.
Now there's Ted Purdy. He's got to just hole high. Back up the hill, down the... Oh, look at that one. That was stage entrance to the left. There, that ball came in. Big old hungry slice on that one. Kind of a lame fist pump, but... Oh, chastise it.
And Ken Duke, who left one on the 7th when he 3-putted for par.
This will be tricky as well to keep it high enough. That's a great up and down.
Particularly after you've just really made a mess of things on the last putting surface. A birdie for Duke, who Monday qualified for this event last year. Let's go to 7.
And Vijay, maybe he can turn things around. Had to punch out after his bad tee shot. And then makes a birdie.
Oh, he's played well today. 5 under.
Oh, needs to go to 6 under after 10.
Mm-hmm. And that's what he does. Oh, and just pure pours it in.
Over to the 8th with Vijay Singh's second shot.
That was made very easy work of that. That ridge is chest height. And you know, if you're 1 inch short from making it up there, it comes back to you.
Carl Peterson at the 10th hole. Hole high on the par 5 and 2.
Bit of a giveaway of the speed of these greens now.
And Joey Sindel, our past champion here, gives him the pump fist. Former NC State Wolfpack golfer has his eagle to get to 4 under.
Jimmy, let me ask you a question. Tiger Woods, 2005, 2006, 2007. He's had 1,059 putts from 3 feet and in. How many has he missed?
1.
How'd you know that? That's pretty good, isn't it?
Ken Duke ahead at the green for birdie. And Ken Duke only a couple back now. Oh boy, the Nationwide Tour Player of the Year last year. A couple of the guys said earlier, pre-qualified here last year, finished 14th. What a year it was for him out of nowhere, and playing great stuff. Steve Stricker now. Really good with the blade. Struggles usually from the tee, but brilliant around the greens. Remember way back about 5 years ago when he won the Accenture Match Play Championship back in Australia at Metropolitan Golf Club.
Tiger Woods at 11 from just off the green for birdie.
Oh, it's sitting nicely, but you watch as it just comes over that little fringe, 6 inches in front of the ball there. You're sort of taking pot luck. Hope that it rolls straight. It did.
That's the one he was looking for.
Yeah. Used the street sense there from the tee. Hit it in the fairway. Short iron in. Uphill putt.
Let's have a look at this maggot putt. He's close to where the hole is probably going to be tomorrow. He comes up over a ridge. And then he turns right to left. The screen slopes towards the back. This might have gone 6 feet past, but it goes in for a 2. A tough couple of double bogeys early on. Just having fun at 17. We'll go to 12.
Vijay Singh, 62 yards, and this is an 8-iron.
Nice follow through. Looked like a ballet dancer. Oh.
Right in the bucket.
That ball didn't hit anything. Oh, that is just great. Never hit anything. The flag didn't move, nothing. So it had to just pinch it right in between the lip, the plastic, and the pin.
16.
2004 champion right there, Joey Sindel for a birdie. 49-year-old. He still got it. 5 under par now. Only 5 shots back. He just, for some reason, plays this golf course wonderfully.
Back on the green at 12. Tiger Woods for birdie.
And this, by the way, to tie Vijay and Rory Sabatini at 10 under. Good. Now that's what I call professional golf, ladies and gentlemen. That guy's cranking down a beer. Yeah, that's what I came to watch right here.
Rory Sabatini at 18. This for birdie and to tie the course record of 64. And even better, to tie for the lead.
It's a beautiful putt.
Oh, Rory Sabatini starts with a bang and ends with another.
Oh, the top end of the leaderboard had just gone crazy. The marshal going, please, quiet, please. Let's just control yourselves.
Sabatini ties the course record set by Kirk Triplett in 2004. At 15 with Tiger Woods and an 18-foot birdie try to take the lead.
It's a good line. It's a good line.
As the third round finishes up, Tiger goes on to bogey 17 and 18, dropping one shot behind Rory Sabatini. Sabatini's course-tying record of 8 under 64 gives him the lead to himself. The 18th hole was also bad news for Vijay Singh, who bogeys, and Aaron Oberholzer, who double bogeys, dropping them into a tie at 3 under. After a long weather delay today, we head into the final round.
What a way to start the day. Just a moment ago from 57 feet for eagle at the 7th hole. Tiger Woods one behind Vijay Singh and Steve Stricker. However, he takes the lead. After almost driving it into the hazard at the 7th, lofted an 8-iron onto the green and knocks in the long one for eagle to lead by 1 over Singh and Stricker with Sabatini 2 back, and then Anthony Kim, the rookie, Mickelson and Oberholzer at -8. It has been an electric week here in Charlotte at Quail Hollow Club, and more action on the way as we now pick up Vijay live over at the 8th hole. This is a birdie bid coming, and this would again tie the lead. Vijay made birdie over at the 7th hole, which most in the field have been able to achieve. This is another birdie opportunity, so this is not exactly what Vijay had in mind on the tee, having about a 25-foot run and still leaving it painfully short.
Let's go to this guy right here. Watch this guy.
Yeah, this guy is Anthony Kim. He has shown a number of moments of brilliance out here. He's not in next week's players right now, but should secure a spot given his play here today, and finish in the upper half of the field would put him in.
Back to the 8th with Tiger Woods for birdie.
So this would be a rare 2-shot lead. Three at 6, which is a par, 3 at 7 for an eagle, and 3 at 8 for the 2-shot lead.
Mickelson now second on tour in putting average, only behind Ernie Els, who leads that category, and this one is 25 feet. Center of the cup.
Back to the 9th.
Well, and again, Tiger's left himself in just the perfect spot here. This is pretty much straight up the hill. I really don't see much in it.
Look at about 17 feet here, David, and according to ShotLink, he makes his putt 22% of the time. 1 out of 5, huh? Sounds about right. Oh, it fell uphill into the hole. That's eagle, birdie, birdie. You can look at it right there. Eagle, birdie, birdie. That's 31. Hi, guys. I'm Tiger Woods. How you doing?
Now 12.
Steve Stricker. really working on his golf swing, really shorten it up. He used to be real long and loose when he was going through those lean years. Started playing well a couple of years ago, tighten it up, and you get bounces like that. That always helps. Sometimes you over pull it, you might bank it off a rake or something. Take those when you can. It's a hard game. Let's go to 13.
Ken Duke led the Nationwide Tour last year and is feeling very comfortable on the PGA Tour this year. Brushes it in on the awkward 13th green.
Let's go ahead to 12.
Steve Stricker now trying to get to 13 and 2 shots back. That's from 4 feet. Yeah. Steve Stricker, 966 yesterday. 4 under going out today. Another one here.
Steve Stricker is now within 1 shot of Tiger's lead. Now on the green at 11 is Tiger for birdie.
Well, he's left himself the easiest 18-footer on the green again. Uphill right to left.
Looks good. Unbelievable stuff. Makes up for the little one that missed at 10. Look at that. The 4th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 11th. All those birdie putts. The 8th was the closest there. 8 foot 5 inches. 57 feet for the eagle at 7.
Over at 15, Steve Stricker is 52 yards from the pin.
Steve Stricker with a chance to win one of the best and biggest tournaments on tour. And another beauty. Back to Tiger.
And a difficult downhill left to righter.
Yeah, David, we've seen this one, and it's literally on the crown of a hog's back. Can go either way. And he even got the great Mr. Woods' attention.
Steve Stricker makes the birdie there to go to 13 under and a tie at the top.
It's a 6-iron for Phil Mickelson from 211 yards. I'm watching it very carefully. It's a superb shot, one of the very best today. Chris DiMarco had a tap in from less than a foot, and that is the 2nd closest all day. Brilliant play from Mickelson.
Let's go to 15.
Tiger from the bunker. It's a good lie.
It's a little bit flatter than he wanted. Didn't quite get the amount of check. If he'd been on the upslope, he really would have thought he might have held that.
Exactly.
And we'll find Phil Mickelson across the water. The wind's been helping a little bit from the left, or dead across from the left. This was a fantastic tee shot for Phil. And it was an easy putt.
Back to the 15th green with Tiger Woods for birdie.
5 feet 5 inches. Shot link tells us here. Just inside left. Let's see where it goes. Looks like he's aiming it there, about left edge, Nick. Well, he usually makes them when he has to. And that was a good time to do it with Steve Stricker in trouble a hole ahead. In his 56 victories on tour, he's come from behind just 15 times. Buick Invitational early in the year, he came from 2 back.
After a long, accurate approach shot, Stuart Sink has a 6-foot putt for birdie at 18.
From 194, he hoisted it absolutely up in the gods. Got it over the ridge and got it to stop there. So that was the best shot we've seen here.
Well, Steve Stricker hit the shot with a 6-iron. Make sure he found the green without the risk of going over the back, and now has a tricky putt. He's watched Ken Duke with a putt across the green just get totally fooled by the speed. And he may be even thinking, well, how much do I have to allow for the wind? Wind whipping across this green.
Well, that's what caused him to back off there, Peter. There's a huge gust of wind. And another one.
But he found the green. There's been more than a dozen players find the water off the tee today. Two guys had trouble chipping from the right. It's a real challenge. Second toughest hole on the course. And there have been very, very few birdies. Just the 5th birdie of the day. What a timely birdie for Stricker. 32 feet 7 inches. Gets himself back to 12 under.
Stricker is within 2 of the leader, Tiger Woods, who is standing at the 17th tee, waiting to tee off.
.211 to the hole. A little longer than that on the card. Tees are up a little bit with this tough left-hand hole location. He's talking to it. He was hoping it would catch the edge of the green. Now it settles down into that little hollow that caught him out yesterday. He bogeyed this hole yesterday. His first bogey in the 3rd round, and this is not going to be easy.
In the group ahead, Mickelson had this putt for par. And he drilled it for a round of 70. Finished tied for 3rd last week at the Nelson. He's tied for 4th right now.
Back to 17 with Tiger's 2nd shot.
It's uphill and then downhill. And pretty well played from where he was. It was an awkward one because of the elevation change right in front of him. And we'll go to the 18th green.
And here we go. Could he chip it in for par?
It was a good effort, wasn't it? Very good.
On the 17th green, Tiger has a 7-foot putt to save par.
Played it gently up the left-hand side. He thought it was going to break. I expected it to break more than that, but it's a bogey. He doesn't know the situation. Whether he'll try and find out information on the way to the tee.
Oh, can you imagine if he was just able to find the green and make a par, and how different that would be in the psyche of Tiger back on the tee. You got a 2-shot lead.
That's right at that bunker. He's walking after it confidently.
He's just a few inches off the fairway and just fine. All he needs is a 5 to win. Stricker's in with 69.
Up on the green at 18, Vijay Singh is playing his 6th shot.
7 for Singh. Mickelson and Sabatini now move up to share 3rd. Vijay drops back to 7th. Also pulls Sink and Kim forward to 5th. Vijay, look at the birdie at 7, so he's 3 under for the day, and not another one the rest of the day.
5 over from. Oh, was that 5 over for the last 5?
From the 7th hole on. And that was 5 over from 14 in. Remember 14 he missed the tiny putt. Bogeyed 14, 16 and tripled 18. Now Sabatini.
Not a great lie. 225 yards, trying to run it up there.
And it's right all the way.
Won't run far in that stuff. And this is no basket of fruit that Tiger's got left here. He's hitting a club that he knows he can't reach the flag with, I believe. This is 3-iron, his longest iron. So middle, front right of the green would work.
Yeah, you're right. Front right, even this right-hand bunker will be fine. Pin high. He may want to just test himself, just draw one in there. He's going for a fade. Oh boy! Wow!
What? It's definitely not left.
So he grimaced before of his knee, David. When he was standing in the fairway by his bag, he was just sort of going, you know, grimacing. With
like kicking his knee?
No. He was just.
I've noticed him do that when he's been standing still a lot.
Yeah, maybe. But this is a bit like the par 3 swing. It gets. Look at that. It's completely loses his level. This is something I'm sure Hank and Tiger have seriously got to find what's causing that.
Well, I've noticed, you know, with the long waits that they've had on tees here, I've noticed them kicking that knee, you know, and trying to keep that leg loose.
Yeah, that left knee. And I noticed the other day he was messing with, you know, just under his knee. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got one of those little sports braces on it, you know, a little bit of spandex things. So that was magnified for some reason there.
He's still in fine position to make a 5.
Well, he's doing well for one leg, isn't he? He's played quite well this week.
He beat him with one leg.
Yeah. Maybe put a roller skate on it. So if he pulls, he might fall over. But again, it's an incredible performance.
And here's an ovation, Charlotte style, for the best player in the world. You know, Nick, you can't help but wonder how much Tiger has been thinking of his dad today, this week, right now, because it was a year ago this very week that Earl Woods passed away. And in fact, the services for Mr. Woods were a year ago yesterday. And you know, one of Earl's heroes that really triggered his interest in golf was a Charlotte native, Charlie Sifford. The African-American golf pioneer who was born here, raised in a home off South Tryon Street near downtown Charlotte. You may recall it was Charlie Sifford who sent that inspirational telegram on the eve of the final round of that historic '97 Masters. Talked about how Tiger had completed his dream with that win. And of course, Mr. Sifford in the Hall of Fame, and no doubt watching right now in Highland Heights, Ohio, where he lives now, watching this young man that he lives the game vicariously through, winning in Charlie Sifford's old hometown. Now Rory Sabatini with his third shot. Again, he's in a tie right now with Mickelson for third.
Bump it up the ridge. Done that beautifully. Look at that.
How about this?
That takes care of your 4.
Yep.
Well done. But he's still going to be a couple over for today. 2 over par.
There were some high scores out there today. You know, Zach Johnson shot 80. Henrik Stenson 76. Davis Love 76. Stephen Ames 76, Jerry Kelly 77. I mean, very gusty. Now I'm taking no time.
That was a really thick lie.
He's just going to do exactly the same. He's going to, if you've got them, he's going to use them.
That's good enough to ice it. Chops it out about 6 feet away.
Sabatini has an easy tap-in for par, finishing his round with a 2 over 74 today. He ends up tied for third with Phil Mickelson at 9 under par.
Start thinking about the all-time win list and who we might be approaching. This is going to be 57. The King, Arnold Palmer, 62.
Should have that by Christmas.
I would think Labor Day. And a par, no less. He's the king in the Queen City this week.
And Tiger Woods is your 2007 Wachovia Championship winner by 2 strokes over Steve Stricker. Tiger's third victory in 6 starts brings him to the top of the FedEx Cup point standings. This concludes the PGA Tour's coverage of this week's race for the FedEx Cup and of the 2007 Wachovia Championship from the Quail Hollow Club in Charlotte, North Carolina.